Friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, namaste to all. Welcome to the today's session. So we could not conduct the session yesterday, as I explained you in the WhatsApp. So we had a very good program on the so-called Ahimsa Mega Vegetarian Rally, which was part of the Mahakarna Yagnam we have performed yesterday. So it was excellent program done, and we'll be posting that video also shortly in the Mahavatar TV. You can go through the entire program through Mahavatar TV, my dear friends. Mahavatar TV is a YouTube channel which is maintained by Mahavatar Foundation. Definitely you can see all the program, entire program. You can watch through our channel, Mahavatar TV. So excellent program in order to spread the vegetarianism as well, the ahimsa. Ahimsa is the important quality and character everyone must achieve. Ahimsa towards the animals, ahimsa towards all other, even himsa, whatever himsa we do in actions and thinking and talking. So all must be taken out from our lives. Then only we become perfect. So that is why the ahimsa vegetarian rally we have conducted yesterday. It was an excellent program. Anyway, so friends, so today we are going to start. We are going to cover. There are many more. See, this law of karma, the previous class, which Madam Sureka Garu explained her experiences with respect to the law of karma. Her own experience she explained. So now we are looking at the same law of karma, the spiritual concept and spiritual wisdom in a more detailed way, in a structured manner. We try to understand, because there are many things inside the law of karma. We need to understand there are many divisions of this law of karma. We try to understand point by point today. Friends, see, first of all, before going to the topic subject, so we are the soul being. We started evolving from so many lives. We are the pure soul being, soul consciousness, my dear friends. We come from other worlds and we take birth as a human form on this earth planet in order to experience all the human experiences. For the sake of human experiences, we come to this planet Earth. Otherwise, there's no purpose of coming over to this earth at all. The reason is we are the pure consciousness, we are the part of the supreme intelligence, supreme consciousness, or we can say Purnatma. We are the part of the Purnatma. We are coming from the Purnatma as a children, as a kids, as a child or babies. We come out of our Purnatma, Paripurnatma. It produces, it sends to the Earth planet or any other planet in this whole universe, my dear friends. For what sake we are coming all the way from the higher worlds to the lower world. The all higher worlds are the high frequency worlds which are invisible, try to understand. And this physical world is the visible world. Okay, physical world, this planet Earth or maybe another planet, whatever the planet may be in any galaxy, all these are physical and which are solid world. Okay, solid and physical worlds. So try to remember, always there are invisible things and visible things. I explained in the previous class also. What we are seeing is only 1% of what is all going on around you. We are only seeing 1%. 99% we are not able to see. Try to understand. This 99%, which is invisible, which is always happening throughout the universe, throughout the cosmos, my dear friends, which is continuously happening without your knowledge, without others' awareness or knowledge, because we are not able to understand. We are not able to understand. The reason is we are not realized souls. When we are realized souls, then only you can understand. Like the great masters like Ramana Maharshi, Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramsa, all these great masters, all the great yogis, the great rishis, they are the realized souls. They can understand what is the 99% which is going in the universe. So that means, so we are limited to our perception, we are limited to our own knowledge, we are limited to our own visibility, my dear friends. We have visibility basing on our perception. We have visibility basing on our own knowledge and wisdom, what we gain. That is why, so the same person can see something beyond what is happening in the life. Okay, that means a yogi can visualize, can see, can talk, can get all the messages from the other worlds the other worlds, the high frequency worlds. He can communicate, he can see, he can do all the things because he has got that wisdom, he has got that kind of connectivity, that communication is always established between him and the other worlds. The same thing. So then what you can see is, you can see all that 99% what is going on around him in the entire universe. The same way as a human being, as a normal person, a layman, a common man cannot see, can only see only this 1%, can only visualize or have a visibility of this 1%, all the 99% is lost. It doesn't have any kind of connectivity with all those things. So when you don't know 99%, when you know only 1%, what will happen here? This is where the problem arises. What is the exact problem that arises out of it? So when you become wisdom, when you get a wisdom, when you become realized, when you get self-realization or enlightenment, then what will happen is we also come to the other category, that where we will also come to understand all that 99%. Then what will happen is whatever happened in your own life or in others' life, in your loved ones or in a dear and near ones, whatever is happening in the purview of their own life, in the experience of their life, you can really understand, you can clearly understand what is he, who is he, and why he came here, what is the purpose of his life, and what is the past life karmas which are bothering him, what are the current life karmas he is doing, and what is the kind of all these things only you can understand when you really know the wisdom of the true wisdom. When you come to in contact, then you will be able to do this. So that is why what will happen is, so everybody who taken the birth in a human birth, so we need to understand so-called the law of karma. The law of karma is so essential, my dear friends. The reason is, the moment we take birth on this earth planet, as we are growing, as we are physically evolving, so we all come here for soul evolution, my dear friends. We all come from the other planet, other higher worlds to this planet Earth, for the reason only that we want to evolve our soul evolution. For the sake of soul evolution, we come here. So then what will happen is, as we are keep evolving with respect to our soul progress, soul consciousness improvement. So what will happen from life to life? It will happen. It doesn't happen in one life, my dear friends. As I explained many times, it takes about 300 to 400 lives in average. That's all again depends upon your own free will. So what is the free will you have? What the kind of free will you have? So it depends upon the amount of free will. So what you have, if you apply the free will in a proper way, in a positive way, in the miraculous way, what will happen is, definitely you can achieve this soul evolution the faster, and it will be rapid. So there is a rapid progression of your soul will happen, will be ensured. All that depends on your own free will, my dear friends. So you have free will, you will always commit some karmas. So what will happen is, when you come to the physical planet like Earth or any other planet, what will happen is, now you came from the invisible to the visible form. Now you are a pure soul. Now also at this point of time, as of now, at present, you are soul as well as your body, my dear friends. You are the body, you are the soul. Soul is pure consciousness. Soul is nothing but God. Soul is Almighty, whatever you call it as. So that is there with you. It means you are already God. You have godly, that super soul consciousness within you, within your every cell. Every cell has got its own mind, its own consciousness. So that means we are combination of the super soul consciousness as well as this physical body. It means the moment the physical body comes here, the moment the physical body goes out, your soul consciousness is always there. So that we call it as a Atma is eternal. Atman is eternal. Soul consciousness is always eternal. It's always existing, everlasting. So there's no question of disappearance of the soul. So it's always existing right from the yugas. Your soul consciousness continuously coming for so many lifetimes onto this earth planet or any other planet in order to enrich all your soul qualities. I explained many times, all your soul qualities, Arishad Vargas. The friends, these Arishad Vargas are the main important qualities of your soul. So to enrich your soul, all these qualities has to be enriched or win over. So that will happen throughout the lifetimes. That doesn't happen in one lifetime, my dear friends. So like, what happens? A student, he pass out from the second standard, then he goes to third standard. If he pass out 10th standard, then he goes to 11th standard. He cannot jump from one class to the different classes unless in exceptional cases, unless you apply your free will in one lifetime. So then you get more and more, you get more wisdom, spiritual wisdom, you get enlightened faster. Then the exception case is you will be jumping from one lifetime to so many lifetimes at a time. So this happens for some people. So because they choose to live that, they choose to live with a great free will, they choose to live, they choose to pursue the spiritual path in a rigorous way. So then what will happen is obviously they get faster progress. The rapid progression of the soul consciousness will be ensured. So try to understand when you come to this earth planet, what we are supposed to do. So it means, so we all come from the pure consciousness. We want to enrich our soul qualities. We want to whatever the births we take from birth to birth, we want to learn so much on the soul qualities. We want to enrich. Then for enriching these qualities, you cannot keep quiet. You cannot keep quiet, or you cannot just come here and without doing any work, or what you say karma, whatever it is, you cannot live on this earth planet. The earth planet is a physical planet. It needs some physical action to be taken place on this earth planet, my dear friends. So that is why, so let's start understanding now. So when you have physical action, when you are trying to achieve anything, when you want to live, even for your own physical body, so you need some action to be performed, otherwise it will not be healthy. Okay, so that is the reason. So we need to understand what is the physical action, what the physical action is also called as karma. Karma is a Sanskrit word, so it means a physical action or the deed. We say that karma is equal to a deed or action. So try not thinking karma is in a negative sense. Karma means in negative sense. Do not think about it. Karma is equal to deed or action as per the Sanskrit word, my dear friends. So let's understand now the law of karma is so essential, so powerful, so powerful tool for our own lives from one life to other life. Okay, life after life, I am trying to tell you, there are many lives which we are taking on this earth planet, in any other planet, in any galaxy. We are keep taking for every life. This law of karma is my highly applicable, highly important in order to understand, in order to pursue the proper implementation of this law of karma, so that your progress of soul evolution is ensured properly. Otherwise, it will be damaged. It will not be progressed properly, and you will not get the soul evolution or so-called self enlightenment, or you will never become Brahmagnani. In so many lifetimes you take, you'll be wasting so many lives, my dear friends. In order to get proper spiritual wisdom, in order to reduce our lifetimes, so many lifetimes, instead of taking 300, 400 lifetimes, we can finish our journey within 200 lifetimes, my dear friends. It is possible, very much possible. It is within your hand. I told many times, you came to this class because you got one thought to, or power of intent. I explained earlier. So you got a power of intent or a thought to come to this class and attend. Otherwise, you won't come here. So that means you are doing a proper action. You are doing a proper karma. So that karma you are doing is the good karma you are doing. So that is how you came to this class today. Otherwise, many of the other people, they are not attending. They are not attending because they don't have intent. They don't have proper thought to come and do a proper action, proper deed. So that's what they are not able to attend. So similarly, my dear friends, many a lifetimes you come here and you do something, you don't do something, I don't do the things properly, then you leave this earth planet, again you will come back. So that's what is keep happening, my dear friends. So that is why let us understand this law of karma. So for the current life, for the future lives, for the all past life, from the past lives, the current life, from the current life, the future life. It means the past life karmas, all the past life decides and design the current life. The current life designs and decides the future life, my dear friends. So that is why, hence, it is very important, as we are keep coming to this earth planet, we are doing actions and karmas. So we need to understand this law of karma, the law of causation, the law of cause and effect. So we need to understand very carefully in a detailed manner. Then only we'll be able to perform our actions and karmas in a proper way, in efficient way, in the wise manner, so that the law of karma will decide and design our next life in a more better way. In the current life also, it design and it gives you the proper direction to lead the current life, with a more and more spiritual wisdom and having a wonderful and joyful life and blissful life in the current lifetime, in the current lifetime, your future lifetime also, there are future lives what you are going to get. So you are bound to get, my dear friends. The reason is you came here for soul evolution. One life may not be sufficient. Several lives will be taking. Hence, you are bound to take one more lifetime. That is why the law of reincarnation emphasize that there is always a reincarnation possible for every soul being. Yeah, so they keep taking so many lives. So that is why your future life must be mighty, and your future life must be so blissful. It means you need to understand this particular concept, this particular law, that is law of karma. So let's understand this law of karma in a more detailed and in a proper order, friends. So before going to that, so there is something called law of excellence. Law of excellence. Try to understand what is law of excellence. Law of excellence means so karmasu kausalyam, yoga karmasu kausalyam. Try to understand what is that karmasu kausalyam. So as per Bhagavad Gita, yoga karmasu kausalyam. So when you understand the yoga karmasu kausalyam, karma means actions, and kausalya means excellence at your work, excellence at your results. So it means if you do yoga means what? When you have a spiritual wisdom and when you have the wisdom, wiseness. So when you became wise, when you get more and more spiritual wisdom, then what will happen is obviously whatever the karmas you do, you will bring some excellence to all those karmas. All those karmas will be in excellence, and you with the love and excellence, both will happen, my dear friends. So that means smiles and works. So you have smile with you, and you also have excellence at work. The purity and the greatness of work will happen. That means the purity and greatness of every work will be achieved only when you do the yoga and perform it. That means yoga karmasu kausalam. It brings excellence. See, the yoga will bring, or the meditation, the sadhana, your own sadhana brings the great excellence within your own deeds, all your karmas, my dear friends. That's what you need to understand. So that is called the law of excellence. Okay. So at the same time, friends, so always try to understand. So there's something called karma. When you understanding the karma, you need to understand the karma is not only a deed. So you're thinking that the karma means only a deed. Try to understand that karma means it may be a performance, it may be a work or a deed physically, or it may be thinking, or it is also talking. So the karma is divided into three parts. One is the talking, thinking, and doing. So that means these three are karmas. Three karana. So that means three karana, three things. So always you must be doing rightly all these three things, my dear friends. It means you must get trikarana suddhi. So the trikarana suddhi you must always be having with yourself when you are doing all these three things. So try to understand, if you commit any kind of mistakes in these three things, what will happen? It creates some kind of a negative results. Okay, when your speech is not correct, when you are thinking, your thinking is not correct, when you are doing is not correct, it bound to get a negative results. So that's going to give lot of karmic effects, my dear friends. So that is why try understanding karma means not only doing. So I said deed or action. Karma is equal to deed or action in what? In physically, what you are doing, in also in thinking, in also in talking. That is why we have to be so aware of, highly conscious about your thinking, about your doing, about your performance. It means so you need to have an excellence at all these three things. It will happen only with the help of yoga, my dear friends. When you are having a yoga within you, when you have yoga, when you have spiritual wisdom, when you have great wiseness within you, which is that's called through self-realization, through the meditation practice. When you get it, what will happen is you will achieve all that called Trikarana Suddhi. So when you get Trikarana Suddhi, what happened? When these three things became pure, the results also bound to happen. Great and miraculous way it happens, my dear friends. In your lifetime, this is a thing you are going to experience all the time. Try to understand this. So that means, friends, so when you try to understand before going to law of karma, so we need to be understanding these particular things. So always try remembering one more thing: doing action is always superior to inaction. Try to understand one more word. So one more sentence is: doing action is always superior to the inaction. So that means what? So whenever we come to this earth planet, we will be doing lot of actions, lot of karmas, my dear friends. So that means if you are quiet, if you are not doing anything, if you are idle, that is always inferior to the other person who is always doing something. So try to understand this, which is very, very important. That is why we must be always doing something or other in a proper way with a wiseness and with a wisdom. With a spiritual wisdom, you keep doing something, then always you'll be progressing, you'll be learning, right? So that's what we need to understand. So now let us understand what is this law of karma. So what is the law of karma? As I explained you, this is called so law of causation, the law of cause and effect, right? So here is the one point we need to understand. As per Jesus Christ, always he says that as you sow, so shall reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. That means, friends, try to understand the law of karma says only one thing. So there is a cause, there is an effect. That means the cause is maybe in the current lifetime or in the previous lifetime, my dear friends. So that is why you need to understand really the actual meaning of this law of karma is. So this is applicable to the all previous lives and current life and future lives. It decides, my dear friends. So that is why the subject is so essential, so highly, very, very important subject for us. So it means, friends, if you do any action, if you do any action in your previous lifetime, so that particular result maybe in that lifetime or this lifetime or the future life, my dear friends, all that will be decided by the cosmos, by the cosmic plan. As per the cosmic plan, what will happen is the result may be in the immediate life or in the next life or in the future lives. It is bound to happen, but you can't escape out of it. You can never escape any result, whatever the result from your own action. The action, whatever the action you do, action also again depends on you. What kind of action you are doing, whether you are doing good action or bad action. So we try understanding that particularly in a more clear way. So that is why always be careful. So friends, as you sow, so shall you reap. That is a great statement by Jesus Christ. Try understanding this in a more deeper sense. So friends, whenever you have a mango seed. What you will do? You will sow in the ground. So what will happen? From that mango seed, the mango tree will come out. That means, so you whatever you sow, as per that, the things will be germinated. The thing will come out of it. It means within the seed, there is also a tree, which you cannot see now, but it will be seen in the course of time. So once you sow in the ground, then what will happen? If you give a fertility environment around it, it start growing and becomes a tree one fine day. So you can see that. That means this tree is there within the seed. It means I'm trying to explain you. There is a result in the cause itself. There is an effect within the cause itself. So cause and effect cannot be separated. So that means I'm trying to tell you, karma refers to not only the action, karma also refers to the effect or result, my dear friends. It means karma always having both the things together. They cannot be separated. That means there is a cause and there is an effect. Both are there within something called karma. Whatever you do, whatever maybe it may be talking, it may be thinking, it may be doing, or you're attending your job, you are doing business, you are doing the music, whatever you are doing, within that what happens is there is a action, there is a cause as well, there is an effect or the result. Both are inseparable. So they are all part of the karma itself. Try understanding this. So now, so let's understand. When you're trying to understand this, as you sow, so shall you reap. This is the fundamental doctrine. So the doctrine means, like, you can say fundamental statement for the law of karma, my dear friends. The fundamental statement of law of karma is particularly the as you sow, so shall you reap. It's so important. Now, so let's understand what exactly you are going to sow, what exactly you are going to get. So that is why we divide. So we broadly divide. See the kind of the karmas in the different. We divide the karmas into the following categories. So how do we divide that? The karmas can be current karmas, past karmas, or otherwise some karmas accumulated from the so long time, my dear friends. So what is the karma as we are doing something is called karma, with respect to thinking, talking, and physically, right? So now, when you do some karmas, so some karmas we are calling as a current karmas. What are those current karmas? So let's say you are going to shop, and what you do, you pay amount and then get your goods. So that is called current karma. That means you are giving money, you are getting in return some goods for that, right? So that is why what it's called as a current karma. So what is the past karma? Past karma means some of the karmas, what you do, like, students writing examinations. What they do, they write examination. So the result is not immediate. So they wait for some more time. After some time, what will happen? The result will come, bound to happen. The result is bound to be received by him. So that is why these kind of karmas are called the past, the current karmas, the past karmas, which are coming from some time. That means past karmas. You can say accumulated karmas. So likewise, my dear friends, the karmas can be broadly divided into these two types: current and the accumulated past karmas. Okay, accumulated past karmas. Similarly, in a broad sense, if you divide, again, the karmas can be good, bad, or mixed karmas, my dear friends. So what is that exactly? So try understanding this. Good karmas, good karmas, positive karmas, or bad karmas, negative karmas, and mixed karma. Bad and good is mixed karma, my dear friends. So what is good karma? Try to understand this. Whatever the karma you do without any violence, and you do in a proper way, without a negative, without in a not a negative manner, if you do a positive way, the good activities or good karmas, what you do, they are called as a good karmas or positive karmas. It means it is bound to produce the positive results and good results. For example, you are helping other, you are guiding others, you are suggesting something. Not only karma means not only physically, I am telling you. Try understanding this. So that means you're thinking, and you're thinking as well as, for example, you are thinking about somebody in a proper way, in a positive way. What happens? That also become positive karma. So the same way, for example, so you are trying to suggest somebody in a difficult situations. You are giving some suggestions, and you are talking to him, you are coaching him, or you are guiding him. What will happen? It also became positive karma for you. Similarly, if you are doing any action, any activity, or any good karmas, helping others, otherwise you are feeding a patient, and you are giving some kind of food for him, or clothes for him, or whatever you do physically also, that becomes a positive karma or good karmas, my friends. Negative karmas, the same time, whatever you think violently, and whatever you talk violently, whatever you do the negative karma to others, like, in order to hurt them, you are hurting them, and you are doing negative karma. So that comes under the karma that is called bad karma, my dear friends. Negative karma, it's a negative karma. Similarly, the negative results will be bound to happen. That will be, so looking at it, we'll be analyzing them in a more detailed way in the course of time. Now, coming back to the good and bad, the mixed karmas, my dear friends. What is that mixed karma? Mixed karma means, for example, you are trying to earn money in an illegal way or unlawful manner, and you are trying to construct an hospital, or you are trying to construct a temple. What will happen? It's actually you are doing good karma. Looks like you are doing good karma, but you are getting the money, or you are earning a source of funds through the unlawful and illegal way. So that means they all, so many of the examples you might be seen outside, a lot of political leaders. So what they do, they try to grab the money in all the illegal manner. Some of them, I'm telling you, not all people, some of them will be grabbing the money or their funds or their amounts, so in the illegal manner or unlawful manner. So they earn it, and they try spending, and they show up to the entire the entire society, saying that I'm doing some good work and great work by constructing temple, by doing a hospital. So but it is not good. So what will happen is, this is called mixed karma, my dear friends. So never doing it. So it's not the advisable thing. It is not the correct one to do like that. So you must always perform good karmas, not negative karmas, not mixed karmas. So I try to understand this, my dear friends. So that is why, so this is called types of karmas. What I explained you, types of karmas. Okay. So now, so what will happen is the karmic returns. Now try understanding one other thing is karmic returns, my dear friends. So we are very clear that whatever karma you do it, the effect of that will be experienced. So try to also understand that whatever you did in the past life, you're also bound to get the negative results, maybe in this lifetime, maybe the next lifetime. So try to understand one more thing. See, when you observe some people, some of the infant babies, which they just born, what will happen is they'll be born with a blindness or deafness, or some of the people are doesn't have any limbs, or the kind of the disability what they get just after birth. So how do you think about this? So everybody will think that, so they'll be unhappy about it. Their parents are unhappy. So they are actually they got kind of a distress. They got a stress and very dukkha. They got dukkha because of this particular thing. So their baby is not in a healthy condition. So, but only one thing you remember: the particular soul, the baby who came this earth planet, they come to experience their own karmas, my dear friends. It means always try to understand whatever we do, whatever we commit in the past life, a negative karma or in a violent karma you do in a past life, my dear friends. That kind of people will born in the next lifetime to undergo that particular the karma what they did. It means a great negative karma you committed, the great negative results comes. It means lot of violence you have committed, the lot of negative results will be there in this lifetime or in the next lifetime. But you cannot escape. There's something called the law of karma. You can never escape, my dear friends. As long as you keep coming here, you have to experience, you have to. The first of all, I'll tell you, we take the physical body in order to learn, in order to grow ourselves, our soul evolution. At the same time, in order to experience our all negative karmas, my dear friends. This is another way to look at why we take a physical body and come to the earth planet. So it means whatever the karmas you have committed, all the negative karmas, even the positive karmas, I'm telling you, is also make a note of it. So good karmas or bad karmas, all for both of them to experience the effects and results of both good and bad deeds in the past life, you have to take a physical body and come to the come to the earth planet. It means try to understand. So it's very important that you don't think that only for negative karmas you committed, you have to come to the earth planet in order to experience those effects. But even you commit a good karmas, you help somebody, even to experience that result out of that good deed you have done in the past life. So that good results you have to experience means you also need to have a physical body. Without physical body, you can't experience them. That is why we have to be so conscious, so aware of that both good and bad deeds, it will be giving you it's a cause for the next birth, my dear friends. It may be good deed or a bad deed, but it's a cause for the next birth or a rebirth. Okay, you can't escape out of it. So that is why. So the finally, when we try to understand this, in a more and more deeper way, then we'll also understand then how to come out of this complete karmic bondage or karmic debt or whatever it may be, good or bad or whatever it may be, in a more efficient way. That will be coming to understand in the part of the today's session, right? So now, so when you understand, so there is something called karmic returns. So what are the karmic returns? So if you say, as I told you, you perform the negative deed in the past life, so then you are also experiencing that negative result of that. So you're experiencing the effect of that in the today's in this current life. It means the karmic returns are always there in the cosmos. So for everybody, my dear friends, even I'll tell you, many of the in the society you observe, so many times what happens, so we will see that the kind of calamities happen, floods will happen, and some of the people died. So all these kind of things are happening in around you if you try to understand. So what is the reason behind it, and how do you understand this? It is called social karma, my dear friends. So many of the people together, we are all we all together, we commit some karmas, we commit some kind of karmas. So what will happen? There's a group karma, which is also going to give the result of the group effect. The group effect will be there. So you try to understand. So when some plane is traveling, some of the people, the plane crash happened, many of the people died. And many of the times you observe the train is traveling, many people get die in accident. It's an accident also. So what happens is, why it happened to them? That means all those group of people, they committed the group karma. So that's called, so the group, as a group, they committed some karmas in the past life, means they also go to experience in the current life. That is why never surprise, never get disappointed, or never see that as in a negative or a negative sense, or in a more frustrated way, and don't spoil your life in the current life or the current life especially, don't spoil yourself, because that you are getting negative results in your life, or in your child, or in your over your near and dear ones, loved ones. You are getting negative results and you are experiencing those negative effects. You in your own life, never get disappointed. There is a cause for it. When you understand the real spiritual wisdom, the law of karma, you never get disappointed. Only thing is you try to correct your current life, my dear friends. The current life, what you are leading, try to lead properly, do all the great karmas, the great karmas, selfless karmas. Then what will happen? Your current life and your next life will be it becomes much better. And of course, they're doing great negative karmas, great negative the results, as we discussed today. So that means what will happen is you have a power to change your destiny, my dear friends. So you have a power to change your destiny. So that's what that also you need to understand. I'm trying to explain you. So whatever you are doing in this current lifetime, and the actions, the thinking, and speaking, all that depends on if once you get a Trikarana Suddhi is possible. Again, purity of all these three tasks, three karmas, you'll get only by doing meditation or sadhana. That is also very important point. You need to make a note of it. And now, so you have a power to change your own destiny. This is another thing you need to understand. So it means your child is suffering because of some particular, it can be a physical disease, it can be mental, or it may be a low performance, whatever it may be. Never bother about it. Give meditation, give sadhana to him. Then what will happen? You'll become purified, right? So that's what at this point we need to discuss one particular statement. Gnana Agni Dagda Karmani. That means what? Through meditation, you get spiritual wisdom. Through the wisdom, what will happen? All bad karmas will be burnt away. So that's what the statement you need to always remember. Give this to your own loved and dear ones, this particular tool, so that they come out of all the negative karmas, and even sometimes required to by the end of your soul evolution, the higher and higher soul evolution you are getting, you must also come out of even the good karmas, my dear friends. Then you should become a something called niskama karma. You'll be again ending up with the niskama karmas that we'll be discussing later. So that is why, friends. So whatever this cosmic the karmic returns, what we discuss. So the karmic returns are always there in the current lifetime. Never bother about it. Never don't worry about it. Of course, it gives you some kind of a pain at the current times. At this point of time, you may be having some pain, mental pain or physical pain. Somebody's get a disease. So you always think that disease, I got it. How do you get the disease? It may be, as I explained in the previous classes, one thing is your past life karmas. Second one is your non-holistic lifestyle, what you are leading today. So, and also your negative karmas, what you are committing in this lifetime. Okay, that also leads to a worst life or a kind of a disease, the health, non-healthy life, my dear friends. So you will always you try to get a disease. I explained the earlier times, whatever the past karma, which will have some kind of a karmic patches, the energy blocks within your etheric body, so that leads to one kind of a disease, appearing the one kind of disease or manifesting into one kind of disease in the current lifetime. So you are experiencing for example, somebody is going through cancer. Somebody is going through at one point of time. He's a good person. He didn't do any wrong things, and he didn't commit any wrong deeds or anything to any other person in this lifetime. But so always you have a question. Many of us, we have such questions like that in our own lifetimes, my friends. I'm a good person. I did not do anything wrong in this lifetime. But why I'm experiencing it? Why I'm experiencing bad results in my life? I'm financially lost. I lost my child. I lost my wife. I lost my spouse. Whatever it may be. So things, the effects may be anything, my dear friends. The results may be anything. But you have that question always in your mind. There is a reason. The answer for it is your past karmas. All your past karmas. The past karmas will come and give the results or effects in this lifetime. That's why we divide these karmas into another three types. That is Sanchita karma, Prarabdha karma, Agami karma. So what is Sanchita karma? So when you understand Sanchita karma, the summation of all the lifetimes karmas, whatever you do karmas in so many lifetimes, my dear friends. You might have gone through some hundreds of lifetimes. So then, in your part of soul evolution, what will happen is the summation of all the karmas and its effects, the summation of those is called agami, the sanchita karma. It means you have baggage, the baggage of all those previous lifetime karmas. So then what will happen is when you come to the earth planet in every lifetime, what will happen is you also choose what will happen. All the entire sanchita karmas in one lifetime give it to you. You can't experience. You can't experience it. The physical body, the soul, the whatever the karmas comes along with the soul, along in the time of the birth, what will happen, all those karmas, all the sanchita karmas, if you are giving to one lifetime, you can't experience it. You'll be busted. You'll not be able to bear it, my dear friends. That is why cosmos, that means the almighty, or you can say the supreme intelligence, had got its own plan to give you some of the part of those previous life karmas into this current life. So what will happen? So some of the past life karmas, that means sanchita karma, in a baggage, you take some of the karmas, leaving other karmas as it is. That will be experienced in the next lifetime, my dear friends. So the karmas which you take to experience in this lifetime, they are called prarabdha karmas. Okay, so that means you are experiencing, you are going through some of the karmas and its effects in this current lifetime. They are called prarabdha karmas. Then comes to agami karma. So while experiencing, while doing, while going through all this current life, prarabdha karmas, then you also commit the new mistakes, new karmas, new good deeds or bad deeds, whatever happened. So the part of all the new karmas which you are picking up, the new karmas, what you are doing, you are going to pick up the new karmas. So new effects also bound to happen in the next lifetime. So those karmas which you are picking up from this lifetime, which are called agami karmas. So we have to be very careful while doing this. That is why there is a cause and effect. The cause and effect is so essential in everybody's life, my dear friends. That's why we have to be very careful. So that is why. So let's understand what is karmic debt, my dear friends. What is karmic debt? Karmic debt means, I explained you, whatever you do the karma, you create a negative effect of it. You have created in the past life. Then the negative karma of that. For example, you have killed somebody, or you have done a great mistake. You have done a great negative deed to your own wife, or you have cheated somebody. Then what will happen is the effect of it you are experiencing today. So that is why you suffer. But you're always thinking that you are suffering. But what is the reason behind it? Your own past karma, my dear friends. That is why let us correct the at least the current lifetime, what are the karmas you do with the Trikarana Suddhi. So that you'll be coming out of all these karmic debts, my dear friends. Karmic debts are bound to happen for everybody. The karmic debt will be created because we are living in the physical body. We will be doing actions always, all the time, in three senses, the three approaches: thinking, doing, acting. All three are going on all the time, my dear friends. That is why, if you are so conscious, you are with the awareness, with a high amount of awareness, when you are committing these three things, what will happen is you will be having a purity in all the results. That means your results will be bound to be greater and miraculous, and it will be always in a positive direction, my dear friends. That is why, so try to understand the karmic debt. You want to come out of it, then you must do the sadhana, right? You must do the sadhana, meditation, spiritual wisdom, swadhyaya, sajja sangatya, use the pyramid power, and get more and more energetic. So then what will happen is the way you commit the kind of a karmas in this current lifetime, at least they will be in a pure in nature, or in the highly efficient way. Then what will happen is the results also bound to be in a greater, my dear friends. So try to understand this. And then what will happen is, so whatever I told you, your current life is designed by the past life, and your future life will be designed by your present life, my dear friends. So many times what happen when you get a good results, for example, I passed an examination or I got a job, then what will happen? I take that credit, I take the credit as my own. That means, so we always say that whenever we get a good results and greater results in this lifetime, because of your own the past life karmas, my dear friends. Whatever experience today is all because of past life karmas. At the same time, of course, you also have control your own activities of this lifetime. That is, with knowing the spiritual wisdom, if you are doing highly consciously, with the more self-awareness you are doing, then what will happen? Your current life decides the next life as well. This current life, the progress and joyfulness what you get. So, for example, you got the great results. Then what will happen? You suppose if you get negative results, what will happen is you blame the God. So I mean, common man I'm talking about, not the spiritual people. So if you don't know the wisdom, spiritual wisdom, what will happen is you start blaming the God. I prayed you. I wished for the job. I wish my success in the financial success in my business or in my profession, whatever it may be. Then what will happen if you get negative results? The negative result, why it happened? It's because of your past life karma. Your past life karma. You always think that whatever you have done, see, whatever you have done now, the next result, the result, whatever is going to come now, the result is not basing on the immediate the karma what you do here. That is why you have no control over it, my dear friends. You never have any control on the karma what you do, and the result immediately you get it. Result may be decided, the result is decided sum of all your past karmas. Okay, in order to give a great experience for your own soul evolution, my dear friends. So many of times when you get a bad results, bad experiences, what will happen? So that's why I told you, you start blaming the God. But I say here, replace the God with the past life karmas. Who is your God? Past life karmas. Who is the source of your birth? The past life karmas. What kind of body you want to take? You want to take a disabled body? You want to appear black, white, or you want to have the more air, or you want to have you appear like so ugly, or you have lost already your limbs or kidney when you are taking a birth, and you are taking a birth as a beggar in this lifetime, or you are taking as a birth as a king, or you are taking a birth as a the great officer. All this depends on your past life karmas, not the current life. Try to understand. But one thing is, free will is given to you. Free will is there with you. Then what it happens? It can change your destiny, my dear friends, with your thoughts. If you correct your thoughts, correct your thinking, correct your talking, and correct your deeds. With all these three, the purity, once you get in these three, what will happen is you can redesign your own current life so that your future life and the current life, the rest of the life will be great in manner, and you will be joyful all the times. So for that, you need yoga, you need meditation practice, you need sadhana, you need to do continuous sadhana of anapanasati meditation all the times, right? Whenever you have time, whenever you have a time with you, you always start practicing meditation. Then the purity in your karmas is always bound to get, my friends. So that is why, so do not bother about the only current life what you have. Try bothering about how to correct it now and how to make it perfect for next life. So definitely next life is going to be there without fail. Unless otherwise you have great amount of free will with you, you can change your destiny. That is why many of times you go to astrologer, ask him, so why I'm facing this way, why I'm getting all these bad results. All depends upon you. All depends on your past life karmas. Why do you go and ask him? You just correct your karmas now. You try to correct your present karmas. That is enough. That is always enough to get the great results now and the future also. So try to understand this now. So friends, then we need to understand, you want to come out of the karmic bondage or karmic debts. So karmic debts and karmic bondage is same. I told you. So you want to come out of that karmic bondage and karmic debt. So there is the solution called karmic relief, my dear friends. There's a the great aspect of karma, the law of karma is karmic relief. So what is the karmic relief? How the karmic relief will happen? So see, now as I explained to you, so you may be thinking, how can I come out of this situation now? I'm getting bad results, though I'm doing committing a good deeds, and I'm a good devotional person. I do always I devote my time to others, I help others, I'm a social person, and still I'm facing bad results. Still I'm facing the negative karmas in my life. I mean, that means I'm experiencing all the negative results and losses in my own life. So how to come out of this? How to come out of this? What is the method for it? Either for this lifetime or a future lifetime, you need to have some solution. So the law of karma says very clearly there is something called karmic relief. The part of law of the karmic relief, my friends, there are two things you must always understand and remember. you always keep doing these two things, then your life will be always better. So let me explain you. So the final concept of the law of karma we have come to, that is karmic relief. Friends, the karmic relief says that one thing is called, the first one is niskama karma. Try to understand the niskama karma. What is niskama karma? Niskama karma means you do an action, the result is bound to happen, but do not expect the result. Whatever you do the karma now, the result of that particular karma, do not expect anything. Do your work, the rest will happen. All depends upon the cosmos, Almighty. Then you'll give the result. The result will come. It's about to happen basing on your karma. You have whatever the plant you sow, then the result, the particular tree will be as per that plant, as per that seed. Not, if you sow the mango seed, you will not get the guava tree, right? Similarly, you planted a good deed or the miraculous deed you have done, then the result will be always positive or miraculous, my dear friends. So it means what? Do your karma, leave to God, or you can say leave it to the universe or Almighty. The result will bound to happen. So if you do any action without expectation of fruits of it, without expectation of fruits of that particular karma, so you're committing something called niskama karma. So you became a niskama karma. So whatever, once you do this niskama karma, my dear friends, what will happen is, so you have no expectation on the fruits of it. You're not expecting it must be like this, it must be like this. It may be positive or negative, whatever it may be. Leave that. But you are not expecting any fruits out of it. Then it's called karma phala tyagi. So that means karma phala tyagi means what? You are just leaving the result to the Almighty. You're only focusing on doing your work, the great perfection, Trikarana Suddhi, purifying all these three things. Even your words will damage many things, my dear friends. Your only words, many of the politicians, the kind of words they use is going to give a great negative karma outside. It's going to damage many things, my dear friends. We are seeing nowadays. It means you have to be careful on uttering the words. You have to be careful even thinking. The law of karma goes till that point also, my dear friends. Not only just speaking and doing, it also goes to the level of thinking also. That even in thinking, you should not be violent in manner. The right thinking on anybody, on the societal or an individual basis, or your colleague or your loved ones, whatever it may be, your thinking also must be pure. Let's say you have nothing to do at this point of time. Do not think, do not talk, do not do any no physical action. Go into mauna or go into meditation. That's enough. Why do you want to use always your mind? Mind is a bundle of thoughts. It keeps generating. But as you practice more and more meditation, what will happen is you enter into the state where you use your mind or use your limbs or use your mouth only when it's required. Mita Vashana, Yukta Vashana, right? This is so important. As per Bhagavad Gita, Mita Vashana, Yukta Vashana, or Mita Alochana, Yukta Alochana, right? Your chesta kshetra, bhavana kshetra, at the same time, vak kshetra. These three must be pure. So vak kshetra, what is vak kshetra? Talking. Bhavana kshetra, what is your bhavana kshetra? Thinking. You are mentally thinking something. It must be pure. It must be great, positive, or miraculous. Always. I told about the thought power. Try referring to the other video. Then the third one is chesta kshetra. Chesta kshetra means doing. Your all activities must be done with a great efficiency, with a great purity. Then the results bound to happen in a great manner, my friends. So there is nothing as such. There is no puzzle here. There is no the kind of a difficulty in understanding this in the current life to understand, or the future lives to be designed properly. All must be done is you have to be so highly alert, and you should become, if you become a niskama karma, if you are doing niskama karma means, friends, I am telling you, if you commit niskama karma, there is one thing called the karmic relief you will get. It means, so you can come out of your past karmas and the present karmas also, because you are doing karmas without any expectation of the fruits. So fruits are going to happen. Doesn't matter about it. Do not worry about it. Do the niskama karmas to come out of this karmic cycle. What will happen? As I told you, the law of karma is going to cause the law of reincarnation. The law of reincarnation, it all depends on the law of karma. So that is why we have to be careful. We have to got to be very careful about it. So that is the reason so much importance is there for law of karma. Is going to cause the cycle of birth and death. That means the cycle of reincarnation, my dear friends. It's going to keep happening. You'll be taking so many lifetimes. Why do you want to take so many lifetimes, my dear friends? So there's not required. You always come here. When you are going back, are you taking anything? At your material position, your relationship, or whatever it may be, when you are leaving this world, when you are doing something here and you are departing, then nothing comes along with you. Then nothing comes along. What is going to come along with you? Your great deeds, your all positive karmas and good deeds, all the good and bad, everything comes, of course. So everything you have to carry. So that's what we call it as a sanchita karmas. So that means, so you have to be careful while committing anything, while talking, while thinking. Be very, very, very careful. So that's what the today's message, my dear friends. Today's message from the law of karma is, while doing any activities, be so conscious, highly alert, with a lot of self-awareness. You must be doing these activities, these three karmas, committing it, and at the same time doing all these karmas with a niskama karma. If you are doing it, so your results will be greater, and you will be coming out of slowly from one life to other lifetime. If you are having I spiritual wisdom, slowly you will come out of these karmas. Then you become karma less person. That means what will happen? So the next birth, what will happen is you will be away from so many karmic debts. Then your next life design, the next life will be much better and much brighter and joyful, friends. So the second aspect of this karmic relief is self-realization. Of course, this is the final relief. One can be proposed as a part of karmic relief. So this is the final, only the way out, my dear friends. What is that? Getting self-realization. Once you get self-realization, that means with a great practice of meditation, either this lifetime or next lifetime, after 10 lives, doesn't matter. Universe doesn't have any urgency. Try to understand. Universe doesn't have any urgency upon you. Nothing is forced upon you. Always you have the great amount of free will. Whether you do it now or whether you do it in the next lifetime, doesn't matter. Nobody bother you. Nobody put a force on you, my dear friends. The universe is going in its own way. The entire cosmos is running in its own way. It is given to you. The free will is given to you. Do what you want now. So the same kind of the faster evolution or the faster destruction all depends upon you. That is why. So now, once you become self-realized person, it means when you practice meditation, gets more and more spiritual wisdom by doing sajjana sangatya, swadhyaya. So doing all these things, you try understanding. I am not this physical body alone. I am a soul being. I come here and live in the form of physical body. I commit lot of mistakes. I commit lot of negative, positive, all these karmas. So right, so the effects of it also have to carry forward. So that is why I got to be so careful, so aware, and the high amount of consciousness I am living here. So that's when you understand all these things with the help of your own practice, my dear friends, then what will happen is, at least in one lifetime, other lifetimes, or after 100 lifetimes or 10 lifetimes, whatever it may be, all depends upon your own free will and the practice what you go undergo, right? So then what will happen is, so this particular, the law of karma, the cycle of birth and rebirth, you will be coming out of it one fine day, in any one lifetime, my dear friends. You become the self-realized person, you become a Brahmagnani, you get into Samadhi Sthiti, then what will happen? You become an enlightened person, then you don't need to come back to the earth. You don't need to come back to the earth and repeat your lessons, repeat your karmas. You don't need to do that. Then you become one of the Paripurnatma. You become one with the supreme intelligence. You will be given a designation as a creator. Then you start doing your own creation, in the higher worlds, and you'll be continuing like that. You never need to come into the physical body, into the human form, and you don't need to take any rebirth on this earth planet or any other planet of the galaxies or in this universe, my dear friends. So this is the concept of the entire concept of law of karma. Let's now go to the meditation, my dear friends. Let's start the meditation. Who knows the meditation, go into the meditation now. Newcomers, I'll guide them, but go to the meditation, start the meditation. Switch off your lights, take away spectacles, sit comfortably. Always you must be closed eyes. In the meditation, you'll be conserving 80% of energy. Cross your legs, cross your fingers, sit straight as much as possible. If you have any back pain, take the rest of your back support of a chair or a wall. Make your room darker, always. Now, start observing your breath. The inhalation, exhalation. The pure, natural, simple, tender, soft breath. There is no forceful exhalation or inhalation. There is no force on the breath. Natural breath. Please observe. Please observe. Keep observing your natural breath. Always become a yogi. Try becoming a yogi by practicing of this meditation. Yogi Bhava Arjuna. Sri Krishna says, Yogi Bhava Arjuna. Become a yogi. Commit all your actions. Do all your actions, performance after becoming a yogi. Yogaha karmashu kaushalyam. Throughout the Bhagavad Gita, Yogi Bhava Arjuna, Yogi Bhava Arjuna. I, Arjuna, become a yogi. Then do your war, continue your war. Without a yogi, without you become a yogi, you are under dukkha. You are not able to kill any of the opponents. All the Kauravas are opponents. He is not able to kill. He left his Gandiva. He doesn't want to do any war. Reason, he doesn't understand who are the opponents. Opponents are also the soul beings. They're just living in the physical bodies. If you remove the physical bodies, nothing will happen. They get into Swargaloka. Hence, Krishna says, do your duty, do your war. After the realization, after understanding what is yoga, become a yogi, continue the war. Nothing will happen to the opponents. All the opponents are maybe your gurus, maybe your cousins, whoever it may be, doesn't matter. Remove them. You can do only that after your self-realization. That's why Yogi Bhava Arjuna. Hence, we all must become yogis, dhyani, rishi, yogi, rajarshi, brahmarshi. We all should become like that. To come out of this cycle of birth and death, to become birthless. In order to become birthless, we need to become brahmarshi, brahmagnani. We need to attain samadhi. For that, you need the regular practice of anapanasati meditation, swadhyaya, sajjana sangatya, pyramid energy. Be with your natural breath. Be with your natural breath. Last 2 minutes of meditation, final 2 minutes of meditation. Be with your breath. Last 1 minute, final 1 minute of meditation. Last 30 seconds, final 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds, final 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Place your both hands on your eyes, two eyes. Then slowly open your eyes. Slowly take your hands, counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly open your eyes. Yes, friends, let's have the one holistic lifestyle tip today we shared with you. So we would like to discuss about wheat. So what exactly the wheat doing, and whether it's good for using this wheat or not in our physical life, the part of your staple food. So we discussed in the previous classes the wheat, rice, paddy rice, or wheat, whatever it may be, it has got high amount of carbohydrates. So especially a lot of carbohydrates are there. So what will happen is the moment you eat them, within 15-20 minutes, they get converted into glucose and add into your blood. So it means as it doesn't have more amount of fiber in it, then what will happen is it digests faster and go into the blood, and your blood sugar level or glucose levels will be increased a lot. Then it leads to all other problems which I explained you. There can be diabetes, sugar, there can be diabetes, BP, cancer, heart problems, all this, whatever it may be. So that is why it is not suggested to use, especially a rice or wheat, having a lot of carbohydrates all the times as a daily routine, as a part of your staple food. You are making this rice or a wheat is not a good choice. So it has to be taken out. What has to be done is now and then, maybe 2-3 days once, one small cup of rice is okay. The wheat, especially wheat, what we are, the rice, even the rice and wheat, what generally most of the 90% people are using, these are all grown with a lot of chemicals, highest amount of fertilizers, chemical pesticides, my dear friends. So what will happen is by doing that such kind of practices, it gives the highest amount of chemical residues which are existing still in these the food, staple food, either wheat or rice. So that is why be aware of that. The chemical fertilizers and chemical pesticides give lot of residues which within these foods, then that is going to damage your immunity. That's going to cause a lot of side effects, my dear friends. So that is why, so in order to, instead of eating this wheat or rice as a staple food, especially many people says eating, no, you don't need to eat rice. Even doctor says, don't not eat the rice, do only eat chapati. You'll be, it's good for your diabetics. Actually, it's not good for diabetes because it also got carbohydrates. How it is good for a diabetic? Maybe it's a kind of a, the notion, or general sense that they talk like that, but it's not correct. Even wheat also has got a lot of carbohydrates. It doesn't have fiber. What is the fiber in rice? It's about 0.3 grams. What is the fiber in the wheat? It's about 1.2 grams. So then what will happen? What is the alternatives? Alternatives best better than this is any fiber rich food. Can be a, nowadays many of the rice also, like brown rice or kind of a Navara rice. They are our own ancient, some categories are there, category of rice. You can eat them now and then. Along with that, you also mix. Mix means like, one or other day, what will happen? Just alternate day. Like that, you plan having some millets, ragi, kind of bajra, and all other 5 other millets like, brown top, barnyard millet, little millet, foxtail millet. So there are many type of millets are also available. So now and then, keep changing. In a 1 week, you can plan alternate way, alternate day, like that. Then what will happen? You will be coming out of these chemical oriented foods. So, and also growing this wheat and especially the rice needs lot amount of water, that I explained earlier class. It's a huge amount of water it takes. It's not good for the environment. It's not good to support that kind of crops also, my dear friends. At the same time, what happened? Why this is rampant and is increasing, year on year after the Green Revolution started is because to make sure that they all the so-called multinational companies, they are for the sake of their own gains, they like, monetary gains, and the government and these companies, colluded each other. They started promoting and pushing them onto the farmers. And now the farmers in many of the areas, they are doing this farming is very, very, very harmful. Really, we need to be careful about our own health, my dear friends. Nobody is here to guide you. Nobody. In fact, government itself is, sleeping. So they are not in a position to tell any other person, like, this is not good, that is not good. I do not know. Like, so many research scientists are there, so many agriculture universities are there, so many food scientists are there. Why do they don't? Why do they not tell all these, the facts and figures to the public, so that, they become aware of it, and also they need to come to the understanding of the farmers, grow only the crops having the environmental friendly, the health friendly, and all this kind of so high amount of carbohydrates not required for us. See, maybe the carbohydrates are better digested by the people who do the physical work, not the people who do the mental work. So let's say in cities and all, many of the people, many of us, we do mental work, sitting and doing, only using mind, not with the physical limbs, and no, we don't do the physical work as such. So in that case, you get highest amount of carbohydrates in a day by day. Continuously, what happens? It flushes, it gives lot of glucose into your body. Where do you digest? You can't digest more than, let's say, 1 hour you walk, no, 1 hour you walk. How much you can digest a glucose? So that is why, so it's a 15 minutes. If you suppose 15 minutes, if you walk continuously, 1 gram of glucose you can digest. Likewise, in in our blood, 5 to 6 liter, we need about 5 to 6 grams per day. That's only sufficient. But you're getting 100 grams, 150 grams, 200 grams into your blood. Where does it go? It forms a lot of heart blocks, become obesity, all the other issues, diabetes, BP, everything. Your blood vessels will become so hard and thick. Then you can't really, that blood circulation in the veins and arteries to the heart is also not good. Then what will happen? Obviously, you get into the heart blocks and heart attacks. and then you get high blood pressure people. So your blood pressure becomes so high. So that is why be very, very careful while selecting this as a staple food. The other main reason I'll tell you. So first thing is, you need to remember eating chapati, eating wheat chapati is no way good for the diabetic people. Please avoid it. Must avoid it. Okay. Number two, this also has a protein called gluten. A protein is there within the wheat. Okay. So that protein, what it does, it's a toxin to the human beings, first of all. What it does, it go and paste to the walls of the small intestine. So as and when it go on, because it doesn't digest properly. So what will happen? It go on paste to the small intestine walls. After by that, what happen? All the micronutrients available, the kind of nutrients you the intake what you take, they are not absorbed properly into the small intestine. Then what will happen? When they are not absorbed properly, then what about your the immunity and whatever your body efficiency? The immunity, where does it go? You get attracted. There is something called some disease, celiac allergy. The celiac allergy takes place. Because of the immunity will come down automatically because your nutrients are not properly absorbed into the blood. That is why be careful about this particular wheat. Wheat is not recommended. Wheat is not to be used in a daily life as a staple food. Friends, let us understand as a part of mudra today, Surya mudra. What is Surya Mudra? Surya means sun. What is sun? Heat. Sun energy, heat energy. So what will happen is by doing this mudra, your sun energy, your heat energy will be improved. That means it will subsidize the Prithvi element. The Prithvi element will be subsidized, it will be reduced, and then the heat element will be improved because of the many, many advantages are there. Especially people who are suffering from obesity, the Surya Mudra must be practiced for minimum 15 minutes, followed by Prana Mudra. So that's what you need to do. So Surya Mudra is very essential in these cases. So I will try to explain the formation of mudra also. See the Prithvi element, right? The Prithvi element is ring finger. So touch the base of your thumb and then gently place your thumb on the back of this particular ring finger, my dear friends. This is the way it is. All other three fingers outward straight. So do with both hands, minimum 15 minutes per day, followed by Prana Mudra, 15 minutes. So this is a formation of mudra. This is called Surya Mudra or Agni Mudra. Okay, right. So friends, what are the advantages? What are the benefits? Try understanding this. So it will abnormally lower the body temperature. Whatever the body temperature, so it will be increased, and intolerance to cold and shivering. So, for example, you are getting cold often, shivering is happening. By doing this mudra, the heat will be improved in your body system. Then you will be able to come out of these two issues also. And also, all the activity of thyroid gland, especially the thyroid gland, functionality and the metabolism. Your metabolism will be good because you get Agni, the fire inside you. Then your metabolism will be so in a active condition. The metabolism will be continuously properly happening. And also, especially the obesity and the the weight gain. Whatever the obesity is there, somebody is suffering and progressing your weight, not to be increasing the weight at a time, at in a very short time is not good. So that will be avoided by doing this practice of mudra. And loss of appetite, indigestion, and constipation is also will be taken care. Definitely, any kind of cold problems like cough, tuberculosis, sinusitis, all this asthma, pneumonia, all these which are related to the cold which is within your body. So excessive cold, right? So that will be reduced to a great extent by practicing regularly this mudra, my dear friends. And also any kind of a high cholesterol in the blood. You have high cholesterol, some doctor says, or your report says high cholesterol is there in the blood, use this mudra all the time. So the next thing is cataract. You have cataract in the eyes, especially eyes and vision. It's also with respect to the Agni. With respect to they are connected to the Agni. So what will happen is if you start doing this particular mudra, it also corrects all the problems related to the eyes, especially cataract kind of problems. will be taken care. So this is the mudra, which is Surya mudra, my dear friends. Let's have some questions and experience sharing. So we'll go through now another 5-10 minutes, then we'll close the session. Yes. Ashok Babu sir.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, yesterday program which you did,
Yes.
very good. The welfare of the whole human beings, whole universe, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yesterday, there is a flag, Independence Day celebration. I am unable to come.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
otherwise, it's good. So what happens
yes,
is, what are the physical classes that are happening in Mahavatar Foundation?
yes,
Whoever
sir.
is nearby to
Yes, sir.
Whitefield and Bangalore, they can join
Yes,
because it is
yes,
going to give a great
yes, sir.
thing.
Yes, sir. It is whole universe now, sir.
Yes, you need to try taking opportunity to attend the physical classes of this.
Yes, 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 sir. That is about more impressive, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
correct.
sir. Today class was excellent, sir. Meditation.
Yes.
And also the wheat consumption.
Yes.
That is a true, sir. That is a true, sir. That is, it is not properly going to be digested,
Yes.
and it will be a lot of sugar problems are going to be happen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So like doctors are telling stop eating rice, eat chapati.
They'll tell always eat chapati, 2 chapati, 3 chapatis. They will tell, sir, but this the real fact they don't tell, sir.
Yes.
real fact they don't tell, but they'll give the treatment and then send it up. Yes, sir. That is a true thing happening in the present scenario, sir.
Yes. The law of karma, you understood? Law of karma?
Law of karma, correct, sir. That exactly correct, sir. Perfectly correct. But that we have to inculcate, sir, in a day-to-day life.
Yes.
We will be also, whatever vision, the purpose you are teaching us, we will going to reach to the goal, sir.
Yes. Because what happened?
Yes,
always, as per Bhagavad Gita and Lord Sri Krishna, there's one thing you
yes,
need to
sir.
know. He says very clearly, 50% of your karmas must be akarmas. 50% of your karmas must be sakarmas. What is sakarma and akarma also, he defined very well for us, the humanity. One thing is, we call all our mundane practices, mundane activities, we call them as a karmas or sakarmas. We think and treat like that. But it is vice versa. It's opposite. Actually, actual karmas you need to do is which are called akarmas. Karmas, what you are doing is they are not sakarmas, they are akarmas. That means what you try to say is 50% of your time you devote to the spiritual life, 50% of your time devote to the materialistic life.
Yeah.
This is simple formula. This is a simple formula. Everybody must approach. Everybody must implement in their own life, friends.
Correct.
Yes.
Sir. True, sir.
So 50% of your time for materialistic life, 50% of your time for spiritual life. No urgency in gaining crores, thousands of crores, hundreds of crores, too many crores, not required.
No use, sir.
Forget about everything.
Yes, not.
I'm telling you very, very clearly. Don't get into miseries. You think that by achieving money, by achieving wealth, you become so happy, joyful. No, it is wrong. It's a wrong concept.
Wrong way of life. Wrong conception of life.
How do you think? Can you show me some crorepati who is having joyfulness and blissful life?
No, sir. Actually, the nature of
I will challenge.
Yes, sir. Nature of living is happiness.
Happiness and be joyful, be blissful. What is required is 50% of time devote to the spiritual practice.
Yes.
Reading books, meditation practice. Keep doing it.
Yes, sir.
Helping others, doing seva. So that is why. So what Bhagavad Gita says very clearly is all the karmas what you are doing, they are unnecessary. They say something like the word what he used very strongly is the word is what you are doing is akarmas. What you are not supposed to do is they are not supposed to be done. They are akarmas. What is sakarma means? He says doing tapassu, doing meditation is sakarma. Imagine. That kind of words they use. So what
Yeah.
is the guarantee? What is the guarantee he is giving is, one more guarantee is giving through Bhagavad Gita. Let me tell you. What he says
Yes,
is, um, we need to do the right activities, and
right.
that means what we need to do is, so we need to do our activity. Do not expect the fruits. That's number one. Number two is,
Right,
do
sir.
my work. I
Yeah.
will do your work. That means that's the one of the
Oh,
best guarantee.
yeah. Correct, sir. Right,
It
sir.
means what?
Sir. Correct, sir.
Do my work means what?
Sir.
Do the nature work. Do the nature work.
Nature work.
You try to always
Yes,
doing
sir.
kind of a nature work. Then
Yes.
I'll take care of you.
Nat-
It means all your
You.
needs will be
Correct.
taken care by me. Okay, that is the kind of
Yes,
guarantee
sir.
he's
Yes,
giving.
sir.
Then why friends,
Yes, sir.
why we need to worry about it now?
Worry
Do the
about it.
nature work.
True, sir.
Always go with the nature. Do
Yes.
the right karmas.
Yes,
Perform the
sir.
right karmas. Always do the seva to
Yes,
others.
sir.
Then what will happen is, he will take care of all your needs. Maybe a
Yes, sir.
finance,
Hmm.
maybe your relationship, your success, everything will be given to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay? Kama,
Yes,
artha,
sir.
moksha.
Moksha.
If
Sir.
you do dharma, proper
Yes,
dharma, if you do kama,
yes,
artha,
sir.
moksha, everything is taken
Moksha.
care. Worry
Taken
about
care.
it. That is why, do your
Yeah.
dharma properly, do your duty
Yes,
properly. Rest
yes, sir.
everything will be taken care by me. That's what the
Me.
Lord Krishna guarantee us.
Guarantee. Yes, sir. True, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Today class was really eye-opening class, sir.
Yeah.
The law of karma, and so many times I thought, why we are thinking only good, no, why it is happening like that? Those who are doing bad, it is happening where they are moving nicely. Why we happening? And now I can come to know the truth. This is karma. So we have to accept that whatever it comes, and we have to accept, and we should not escape. I believe we should not escape from the thing what is happening for us, and we have to try to face it, and we have to come out of the karma. I come to know, sir, very good, sir.
Yes. Yes.
And even very less people are there. We are very less. Even though you are doing very sincerely, very that time management, and you are telling like 1,000 people when they are there, how you want to explain the same way you are explaining for this is now you told, no, Krishna told you have to do the duty, and you should not expect anything. I think that one you have followed, and you have very sincerely you are telling to everyone, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Even wheat also, yeah, sometimes I used to think, okay, wheat is better than rice. We can take wheat, chapati, roti, that. But now I come to know that wheat also not good. And since so many years I am taking millets, what you said like that. But only afternoon I used to take, and the morning I used to take idli, dosa, that normal one I used to take. Even now onwards, I want to cut out that also, I think.
In
And
fact, what you do, what you do is, your dosha idli you make with the millets.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Make your dosha idli with the millets. I'll tell you why dosha and idli is good. See,
Okay.
there is something called B12 vitamin.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
many of the people are nowadays confused. I'll be teaching that in one of the class, but briefly I'll tell you. All this
Even I have
B12,
that deficiency,
yes, yes.
vitamin D and B12
Yeah,
deficiency.
you can improve naturally. Doesn't matter. I mean, no need to worry. So the
Okay.
B12 vitamin is ensured because of the presence of positive bacteria within your gut. Okay,
Okay, sir.
the B12
Okay.
B12 vitamin, B12 deficiency, B12 whatever the deficiency can be corrected using your own bodily positive bacteria present in the gut. How the
Okay.
positive bacteria is going to be improved. That is more important. You need to focus. Not that
Okay, sir.
taking some injections outside, all they are very harmful
Okay.
because they add some the number of chemicals they add while doing preparation of the any injections, all these external stimulus you take. So they're all prepared with a lot of chemicals. So they are harmful to your health, my dear friends. So that is why to get the B12 deficiency corrected, first of all, you have to improve your positive bacteria in your gut. Who is going to
Okay.
prepare this B12 vitamin? This is going to be prepared by your own body. And
Okay.
many of the people are confused. No, they are taking non-vegetarian for the sake of B12 vitamin.
Okay.
That is also very bad practice.
Okay.
Okay, lot of side effects are there for the current days meat what the people are eating, and of course spiritual perspective. You read my one of the leaflet I forwarded regarding the yesterday's program. You read all the 3 points are there. You'll understand why
Okay.
one is not supposed to eat the meat or any meat, whatever the kind of meat it is. Just go through that
Okay.
leaflet properly, properly, point by point. You please go through.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so
Okay.
that is why
Yeah.
be careful. This B12 vitamin C deficiency also can be corrected with the presence of positive bacteria. This positive bacteria is going to be improved in the gut. The B12 will be prepared by your own gut bacteria. The gut bacteria means the positive bacteria. These positive bacteria, they are called microbes, microorganism. How it will be generated, how it will be improved more into the physical body by eating fermented foods. What are the
Okay.
fermented foods? The fermented, buttermilk, from the covered buttermilk, more and more buttermilk you need to drink. The more and more
Okay.
fermented foods can be ambali. The preparation of the ambali can be prepared from your millets. At the same time, from the fermented foods like dosha, idli, they are fermented over the night. Then you are eating it, then you will get that bacteria, positive bacteria will get into the gut. Then your issues are
Okay.
taken care. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yes.
So one more thing, sir. After this 21 days, I want to come to that place and Pyramid Valley and continuous 10 days. I want to do the meditation. For that, can you help us, sir, to
Yeah.
stay there?
Sure, definitely. Yeah, either basically, if you want to do more meditation, you can come to our center or you can go to Pyramid Valley. These two are available always. So at the same
Okay.
time, if you find some good suitable number of people, like for example, in your own area, in your own
Mm.
house, for example, you
Okay.
find some 10 people, 15 people are interested to learn meditation. Even okay, let's
Mm.
say some 10 people or 5 people. So they are sincere
Okay.
seekers of truth. Then we will teach them, will come there and teach. Me or my one of the masters will come and teach. That's not a
Okay, sir.
problem. Basically, we wanted a people who are really looking for the seeking for the truth. That's very essential for us.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I am so much interested, sir.
Yes. That
So,
is what you need to let us know. Then we'll plan it and then do it. No problem.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Momita, madam.
Yes, sir. Namaste, sir. Actually,
Namaste.
last 2, 3 days I was out of town. I had gone to a place called Bangalore to one of our family friends' house, and I experienced that. You always say, meditating in nature. So I meditated on the sea beach, Bangalore beach. It is one of the most beautiful beaches. No people, nobody. I and my husband was only there when we went early in the morning. We
Okay.
felt as if we are only the only people living on earth, and just we sat quietly, and it just we could disconnect from everything, only the
Yes.
natural sounds of the waves. So I
Right.
think we all should go away sometimes if we have the opportunity,
Yes.
to at least weekly, or even weekly it is not possible, monthly once we should be away from this chaotic thing, whatever is happening around us, and just be close to nature. It's very
Yes.
easy to reflect on yourself when you are close to nature, because nature then becomes your guru.
Yes, that's why one of the principle in PSSM 18 principles is what we lay down. One of the principle is that doing meditation in the nature, trekking, forest, mountains, riverside, lakeside, all this. So one of the important principle out of 18 principles of PSSM. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. If any time in future, if it is possible, I know we'll be, it will be asking too much from you. If it is
No.
possible, if such things can be conducted because we need good leadership, and you have that ability to connect people together. People get connected to you very easily. So because sometimes people feel that, okay, I will go, but where I will do, what I will do, always need mentors.
Yes.
So it's certain things, at least after every 3 months or
We,
something
we have
can
we
be
have a
conducted.
we have a plan actually. We have a plan to conduct trekking, and next maybe this September we may have it. One trekking like Arunachala Pradesh, Arunachala temple.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So Tiruvannamalai.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Ramana Maharshi's place. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes. So there also a lot of places are available for trekking, and you can do so a lot of meditation, a lot of things are possible. Okay, so we'll be conducting that shortly. I think we'll announce once we decide the dates and the complete itinerary and schedules.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Lots of gratitude to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. So, see, Laura.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma.
Sir, my son wanted to share his experience, so his bus came, he left, sir.
Okay,
So
okay.
he raised the hand, so he
Okay.
communicated with you, so he wanted. And nature, sir, actually we went yesterday Puttaparthi, there is in Andhra Pradesh. So there is too much of everywhere nature it is there, and too much vibration is there. This Satya Sai Baba masters. So we did meditation, the Mahashram. We got very good experience there. So different places, and all our we went. So very nice, sir.
Yeah, definitely. Great. So that's how one should, try to adapt this kind of activities and lifestyle. So keep doing practice of meditation at different places, not only in the house, going to the nature always. Whenever possible, we should do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Sumangla, madam.
Sir, namaste, sir.
Namaste, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. You're giving a very good information every day, sir. Like today, you spoke about law of karma, sir.
Yes.
So what you said is definitely like 100%. It is very true, sir.
Yeah.
What we do our work, same thing will get in the future, sir. So that fruitful result we should always expect with whatever positive things we are going to have with in our day-to-day life. And you told about 3 karmas, sir, like sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, and agami karma. Yes, sir. So sanchita karma, you told like previously whatever we have done, the karma, same thing we are going to have the result in the future. So that's very much true, sir. And prarabdha karma, you said presently what work or what karma we are going to do, though in the present situation also we will get the same result. That's
Actually,
very
what
much
happened? Sanchita karmas are summation of the karmas of all lifetimes.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which are
That point
stored.
I missed, sir.
Yeah, there is a bag. Within the bag, all are stored.
Correct.
Again,
yes,
if you think wisely, and if you try to take a deeper understanding of this baggage, where does this baggage is within you?
Yes, sir.
Within you, where is it actually located?
Yes.
In the subconscious mind, so that is called chitta.
Okay, sir. Chitta.
We do not know. We never know. We never have access to the subconscious mind.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you,
Yes, sir.
whatever right now you are working, that is called conscious mind. Chaitanya Manassu anta.
Okay, sir.
Conscious mind. The conscious
Chaitanya.
mind. So conscious mind you'll be using for day-to-day working, thinking, all this. It's of course, this is essential. Through conscious mind, you enter into the subconscious mind. See, whatever today, for example, now today you started practicing, like you started practicing of driving, or you started practicing of music. From the basic fundamentals, you started practice in this lifetime, or now one or other occasion you got the opportunity. What will happen is, with the regular practice of the same things, like sari, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, pa. So started learning one by one basics, fundamentals. Slowly, what happened? by repetition of all these things, by repetition regularly, they slowly
Yes.
enter into the subconscious mind.
Yes, sir.
Likewise, many of the lives what you learned, all these things, many of the lives you have done so many karmas with your conscious
Yes, sir.
mind, you have committed so many things. All those are
Yes, sir.
slowly got into the subconscious mind, they are stored.
True, sir.
The moment you leave the body here on this earth planet, you go to the other higher world, something called causal world. That is where your
Yes.
chitta will be opened. Your
True, sir.
chitta will be opened and kept in front of you for the review.
Hmm.
Review of what design, what is the blueprint you have taken to the last life, what you have done, what you have not done, what are the karmas you have done, what are the effects you have faced. For example, previous to that life, you have done a lot of karmas, negative karmas and all. Then what is the effect of it in this lifetime, just before you passing away, in this lifetime, you are a deaf, you are a dumb, you have no voice or no nothing to, you are not able to listen anything. Why that is
Yes, sir.
so? Why that is so? So in fact, you think you just see in many of the rich families, I found these issues also. They have children, completely disabled children.
True, sir.
So, do you think it is the thing to be expected from that kind of rich families? No. But
Never.
it is because of their karmas. Nobody can escape it, I am telling you. The money you can't escape. The
Yes,
same
sir.
way, somebody will be, at the temple, in front of a temple, some people are sitting and begging. What happened is these people were kings in their past life.
Correct, sir.
They were kings and they were so rich people. They can't donate 1 rupee or 1 rupee also to other people. Then what do you expect next life, my dear friends? You become a beggar only. The life, no, the kind of a life experience is what it gives. Nature gives is okay. You experience very good amount of money. You made a lot of money. You stored in the banks. You kept a lot of lands on your name, but you never helped any other the downtrodden people or the poverty below poverty people. You never helped some or the people ill health people, patients. You never helped anybody in your life. You have not donated money to your temple or you have not done any kind of positive karmas. You just passed away from this life, having crores of properties. The next life, the role, they change the role. In the drama, what happened? Every time one person comes in different role, right? Same way, we come back next life, what happened? We choose it. Oh, I experienced this entire richness. Now next life, I'm going to experience for my own experience, for my own learning purpose, I'll become a beggar this time. I'll go on, I start begging. I take a birth and in a very low poverty, below poverty, the family, and then I want to experience that kind of poverty, how it looks and how it will be different from my richness in the last life I spent. So that is how the soul will choose for its own enrichment, my dear friends. There's no regret. There never
Yes, sir.
regret for in your life. Whatever happens in your life, never to be regret. Everything an experience for you on this earth planet. What for? For your own soul enrichment. Never think that it is bad for me, it is bad for me. Maybe it's physically bad for you at that time. It may give some kind of a loss, pain, regret, disappointment, distress, strain. Let it be. Don't worry about
Yes.
it. Next second, next day, or next year, you'll pass through it. Don't worry about it.
True, sir. True, sir. Thank you, sir. And you told about wheat also, like every day we will think that no substitute of any other food is an energetic food, wheat. But still, you told many disadvantages with wheat also, like it is having very less carbohydrates and very less iron content. I mean, lots of carbohydrates and very less iron content. So, sir, one question, sir, like oats, can it be consumed like alternative days or weekly once or twice so that we can have our good health, sir?
Which
One
are
small
those?
suggestion.
Which are those?
Oats, sir. Oats, Quaker oats.
Quaker oats. So one thing is
Yes, sir.
what I always prefer is non-processed foods. Never
Okay, sir.
take any processed foods. Okay. Go with the nature-oriented foods. Millets are there very much. All the millets are there. 5, 7, 8 millets are there. Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Take all unprocessed foods. Oats, I don't know how they are going to make it. So let's not get into those things. See,
Okay, sir.
anything they make nowadays, they use chemicals first of all. For what purpose? For the self-life purpose.
Yes, sir.
Self-life. Okay. So they make all this
Yes.
Ashirvada Atta. All this is what they're doing. They are mixing some kind of dangerous chemicals in it.
Okay, sir.
That's why they could maintain the self-life, my dear friends. Why do you want to get into all those problems? Go with the nature food. Directly
Okay,
available
sir.
in many of the stores nowadays available. Go with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, and you told about Surya Mudra today, sir, followed by
Yes.
Prana Mudra.
Correct.
So that is also very excellent, sir. We will
Very-
definitely follow all these things, sir.
Very useful.
So
Very
thanks
useful.
a lot, sir. Thanks a lot, sir, for
Suppose you
all
have
this.
cold, you have cold
Yes.
cough. Start doing this
Yes,
mudra more and more for 40, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 15 minutes. You practice this mudra. If you are having cold, cough, and kind of a sinusitis and tuberculosis, pneumonia, all these conditions, cold conditions. Because this,
Okay,
this
sir.
increases the Agni Tattva, it reduces the Prithvi Tattva.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, thank you so much for all this, precious information, sir. So every day we are gaining lots of energy as well, lots of knowledge from your wisdom words, sir. So
Yes.
thanks a lot, sir. Heartful thanks for you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Varsha, you want to talk? Varsha? Right. Fine. So, okay, friends, thank you very much for joining this session, and thanks for giving opportunity to the Mahavatar Foundation, and we'll meet once again tomorrow. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.